Como esta, fuckfaces? This is your commissioner here by myself today, giving you the recap of the week and the results of me and Scotty's picks, along with our bold moves and kind of how they panned out. From what I see, I went 6-3-1 on my bold moves. Um, I told Brandy that she should bench Aaron Rodgers and start Andrew Luck. Now she still benched Aaron Rodgers, which was the smart move to do, and she started Roethlisberger. So benching Aaron Rodgers is a bold move. So I got that part half right. Um, I got mine wrong. I said Cole Beasley over Brandon Cooks. That would have been stupid. But again, I wasn't bold enough to make the move anyway. I think I dropped Beasley before the week started. Um, I told Darren, fucking pen. I told Darren that he should bench um, Robinson and that he should start Philip Lindsay. Robinson scored 8. Philip Lindsay scored 12. So I was absolutely right. I didn't tell you to bench Mahomes. That was Scotty's idea. I told Brandon to. Me and Scotty agreed on this one. I told Brandon to bench Davis and to start Bilal Powell. We were right on that one. We told Nikki to bench Chris Carson, who only scored 2 points. I said for him to start Brandon Marshall, who scored 4, so I got that one right. Scotty said to start Kenny Stills because Scotty got baked and then woke up and then realized Kenny Stills had his one good night of the year. Kenny still scored 1 point, so he didn't beat Chris Carson's one. I told Scotty to bench Mohamed Sanu. We both got that one right. He said Robert Woods, who scored 8. But I said preferably Deshaun Jackson, who scored 20. So, listen to me. We both told Craig to start Philip Dorsett and to bench Larry Fitzgerald. We were absolutely correct on that one. I told Brandy to bench. I told Fabian to bench Tom Brady and start Tyrod Taylor. Tom Brady sucked this week, and so did Tyrod Taylor. But I was wrong on that one. Brady outscored him by like 5. And Scotty said start LeGarrette Blount, but he didn't tell you who not to start. So I'm. No matter what, LeGarrette Blount didn't outscore a single player that was in your starting lineup, so that one's wrong too. JG, we both agreed you should bench Jordan Reed for James White, and we were right on that one because we wanted you to start Zach Ertz and bench Reed, but you benched Ertz and started Reed. Wrong call. Didn't matter in the end. And then comes our last prediction. Now, this last prediction, it caused someone to lose this week because he took our advice. You didn't take my exact advice, but I told you to pick anyone else but Will Dissly. Well, little did we know that Will fucking Dissly would catch a touchdown with 16 seconds of garbage time, a 2-yard touchdown pass, and bring his 2-point night into a 10-point night. Just like that. I think he had a 3-point night and then into a 10-point night because of this short-ass touchdown pass. Maybe Will Dissly's for real. I don't know. I'm still going to never tell you to start Will Dissly. But if you had started him this week, you would have won instead of lost. So, yeah. Sorry, Eli. That's what you get for listening to us. You know what? Fuck you. Sorry. So Scotty didn't do so hot when you add these up overall. He wanted you to Brandy to bench Hogan for Adams, and Hogan outscored him. He wanted me to start Nick Chubb, scored like 1 point. He wanted Nicky to start Kenny Stills, who scored 1 point. He got Powell right. He told Darren to bench Mahomes for Cam. Cam didn't do awful, but Darren wins his matchup against me if he starts Mahomes. Sorry. It wasn't me, it was Scotty. So, just saying. Who else? He picked Woods for himself, who did outscore Mohamed Sanu. But, I think my son outscored Mohamed Sanu in fantasy this week. He got the Dorsett pick right, so he's got those three so far. He fucked up Disley, LeGarrette Blunt, and he got White right. So Scotty got 4 picks right. And I got 5 and then a half one. So we didn't do awful. We just, we cost a couple of matchup. So it is what it is. Now moving on to our results from last week. I beat Darren 116 to 92. Patrick Mahomes wouldn't have really made a difference because I'm pretty sure Cam Newton scored 29 points and Mahomes dropped 40. It's only an 11-point difference. Only beat him by more than 11. So even if you started Mahomes, you still wouldn't have won. You'd had to throw in a couple of these extra guys like Watkins or Marvin Jones or Philip Lindsay if you had taken my advice on him. You could have come through with a W. Brandon, he got trash for results this week. He got his butt kicked by JG, who really needed a W. JG didn't get any superhuman efforts. Michael Thomas did good for him. Kareem Hunt finally showed something this week and got in the end zone on a passing touchdown. But he had 5 players in double figures, so not bad. Brandon only had 3 players in double figures, and he had 3 players that scored under 3 points. So that's never going to win you the week. So JG, beat the crap out of Brandon, drops to 0-2. Scotty, our defending champ, got back on the winning streak. He scored 142 points this week. And if he had taken my advice and started Deshaun Jackson, he has scored even more fucking points. So to score 142 without a perfect lineup is pretty crazy. Brandy, not to be outdone, she scored 108 points this week. Did really good. And she also had 5 players on her bench score over 10 points. So she left a lot of points on the bench. I even think I mentioned Keelan Cole would be a good start for her this week too. And he dropped 19 for Jacksonville. It's tough because you really wouldn't have made a difference. She would have had to start a Galladay, Cole, and Chris Hogan, and then known to bench Antonio Brown, Lamar Miller, and Royce Freeman. And who's really going to think of that? And that would have brought her closer, if not a win. Fabian sucks. Sorry, bro. I was going to pick Craig, but I was mad at Craig for the trade he made. I should have picked Craig. That's on me. This, I believe, was my only loss of the week. I believe this is the only matchup that I actually got incorrect when I was making my picks. So I went 4-1. Scotty went 3-2 this week. At least we're both on the winning record, but he is, again, losing to me on the season. As Craig took him out 107-90. He got 24 points from A.J. Green on Thursday night. We kind of all knew it was over at that point after Brady pooped his pants. And, Saquon Barkley, got lucky and really was the only target that Eli could reach because he can't throw it further than 10 yards down the field. I think the most embarrassing part about what Fabian's lineup is Fabian scored 90 points this week, and he started a perfect lineup. He started the exact right people at every position. Nobody on his bench outscored a single one of his starters at their positions, which means even with a perfect start, his team sucks so bad that he still lost by 17 points to Craig. Last but not least, our technically matchup of the week wound up as a fucking stinker. An absolute stinker. 2 sub-90 point weeks. As Eli likes to say, bro, score 100 points. Bro, you didn't even score 90 points. Took the L, and it's all because of Will Dissly. Now, if you had told me when we made our video last week that you were going to lose because of Will Dissly, I'd have said, yeah, you're going to lose because your dumbass started Will Dissly. Well, instead, you lost because you didn't start Will Dissly. and you did start the Ravens defense on a Thursday night who scored you -3. That's tough. That's tough. And Nikki, you only scored 89 points. An absolute awful effort by your team. I mean, when we were sitting on the couch and you found out that your kicker was injured and not playing for the day, and you were taking a bagel, that was pretty funny. But you still ended up with the W. I guess a win's a win, except for when we go to tiebreakers at the end of the season to see where we seed who gets by. Your 89 points are not going to look good. So those are your recaps. We will probably reconvene maybe tomorrow, give you a video, and then maybe give you like a bold start video for Thursday. So as this one goes, we're all set. I've said my piece. Let's see what waiver claims happened, and we'll see where people stand, and we'll make our league predictions and go from there. All right, peace, fuckers.